Okay, we're going to start work now. We're going to start taking the bike apart and get the gas tank off and start work on getting the head removed and then later the cylinder. So the tank's held on by 15mm nuts, so we'll get busy taking those guys off. Got a washer to go fine there, but that's okay. Get that out of there. Push this one through. Alright. Just going to set those ones aside for now. Oh, there it is. There's the washer. Just a lock washer. There's a lock washer and a flat washer, and years ago I had put on a couple of pieces of Teflon there too, because I didn't want to scrape up the paint on the tank. And we'll get the ones back here. So these are the ones that are also on the stay, the end of the engine stay, or head stay, rather. Well, engine stay, I guess. Try not to drop this one. I'll try not to drop it. Anyway, there we go. Because I'm sure if I do, I'll take off my glove for a little bit better feel. I'm sure if I do, it'll get jammed down in between the transmission and the engine. So I can get them out, get the washers off. The lock washers are another one. There's a flat washer. A little fiddly, but there we go. Got you. Oh, geez, yeah, taking it out from this side, the battery block's in the way, so okay. Take it away from the other side then. I mean, I could open up the battery box, but I already got the battery removed, so I really don't need to. All right. There we go. Isn't that interesting? There is no lock washer on that side. Okay. Did I get it right? Yeah, no lock washer. No big deal. I'll set those guys aside. Clean that up later on. Now I've already disconnected the fuel line from the petcock. I'm going to move these so they don't drop everywhere. And so I should be able to just lift that right off. Maybe a little fiddling, but I should be able to get it right off. No way. Yeah, my seat is interfering, so I'm going to have to take off the seat because, of course, there's a flange in the front part of the gas tank. You can't move it any farther forward, and I can't twist it anymore to get it away from the seat. So I'm just going to have to move the seat. Oh my goodness. Alright, here's what it is. There we go. Now to remember what size those are. Those ones are metric, pretty sure. And let me see. 14s? I've got 14s. 14s are smaller. No, it might have even been smaller. Let's see what we got. Well, pretty sure the metric though. Yeah. That's 13. Oh, loose. That's it though. 13 millimeter. Oh yeah, of course. Well, luckily I've got a couple of 13s, so I'm gonna have to break out the there we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut you guys off while I do this and then start you back up. Okay, there we go. I got the front of the seat up now. So should be able to get the tank out. Over to my table and carry on. So now one thing I did beforehand was on the decompressor cable I loosened off the lock nut and then I just put a mark on one face of the cable nut there, and or the tension, the nut that puts the tension on the cable so that I'd know how many turns. And I screwed it in clockwise 4 turns down so that I could loosen it up top at the bars. So it was a, how big were they? They were an 8mm and a 9mm wrench. The lock nut was the 9mm, and the bolt that you tighten down, or rather the adjuster that you tighten down, is 8mm. Anyway, enough to just loosen it, and then I could disconnect the cable. I've had this off before, and I left the decompressor on. I might take it off this time just to make sure that everything's okay with it, but I've never had a problem with it. It's just that it gets in the way when you're maneuvering the head around and removing the valves and that. You've always got to remember it's there and be careful with the cable. So I'll either take it right off, which is the easy thing to do, or I'll disconnect the cable and take that out. I think I might just remove the whole assembly. Just screws in, like a spark plug. And speaking of spark plugs, I think while I'm here, I might actually take the spark plug out and get that out of the way. Especially now that the tank is out of the way, it's easy to get in there with a regular spark plug wrench. There we go. This is a new plug that I put in this year. Gapped. What's this one? This one's an NGK BR8ES. So BR8ES. Set that one aside. And then next, I'm going to take off this carburetor. It's been a long time, more than 20 years since I had this head off. I had it off when I, not long after I bought the bike, just to check it and make sure it wasn't carboning up badly, and it wasn't. It was pretty good. So I do have a spare carburetor and spare boot. This one, when I put on the smaller silencer, kind of the little shorty sausage guy here, I went up a size in both the main jet and the pilot jet. Can't remember what I went up to with the main. The pilot I went from a 25 to a 27.5, and then the main I went up a size as well. And they've, and I've been using that for like, I don't know, 23 years now, and it works well. It's good response. So, all right. Oh. I'll leave that there for now, hanging from the cable. Shouldn't hurt it. Carb's coming right off later anyway because I'm going to be cleaning it. Maybe I'll take it off right now. Maybe I'll just do that right now. Get that out of the way. Boy, she's dirty in there. Not super bad, but she's not clean. So one of the things I'm going to be doing is taking off the filter and having a look at that anyway. And I'm wondering how dirty that filter is. But yeah, this carb needs a good cleaning. You can see, and I usually keep this empty. But yeah, I see quite a bit of oil residue in there. So that's telling me that oil's coming over from the catch can and making it past the filter, which is not something I'm entirely happy about. But that's what's happening. So I'm going to put this aside for now and continue on, press on. I'll move this guy up here and out of the way. Now, one thing I want to do is start to get those guys off. How big are those? What do I got here? 1/4 inch Whitworth. And as always, this bike is just a wonderful mix of wrench sizes that you use on this. So 12. Let's try an 11. Nope. So we're going to have to go to imperial size here. So what we got. What's that one? 7/16. Close. 7/16 is close. So let's see what else I got. And there we go. So what's this? This is a different 7/16. So why did my box, the other one didn't work? This one fits on perfect, so okay, 7/16 then. Not going to fight it, that's what it is. So, doesn't really matter if you take the rocker covers off first or you take off the rocker piping. I might take off the rocker piping first and just get that out of the way because I don't want to bump up against that and damage it at all. So, and this one is 1/4 inch Whitworth. Quarter inch Whitworth for up top, and then we'll see what's the forward one. These banjo bolts in here. I know there's a washer there, so well, what do you know? There's no washer. That's peculiar. I thought there was a washer that went there. I know there's a washer that goes on the inside. At least I think there's a washer that goes on the inside. Yep, there it is. I see it. Okay, I'm going to have another look at that. Let's see this bolt. Oh yeah, there's a washer. It's stuck to the bolt. It's hard to see. I thought it was a part of the banjo bolt. All right, so that's that. Let's get this guy out of here. So of course that little washer fell, which is okay. I'll just get my magnet tool out and get after that one. There we go. Right.